November 30, 2020. High winds, downpours, even a chance of severe thunderstorms this evening. It's unseasonably strong low-level jet, really about as extreme as it can get. We have temperatures which have surged to near 60, and they'll keep surging into the low to mid 60s this evening as a warm sector air mass overspreads the region. Winds have been surging out of the south. It's definitely gusted to 50 in my house. I'm about 20 miles from the coast, and I know Block Island is gusted to 72 miles per hour last time I checked, and there's probably other gusts over 60 towards the coast. Just about as good of a south wind event as I can remember in recent history. Very good winds. Blowing rain into the house. I'm facing southeast, and that's the way the winds are coming from. These are convective-induced wind gusts at times. We've had the heavy downpours around, and winds, while gusty, have definitely been enhanced by these downpours. At what point do you consider severe thunderstorm warnings? If there's thunder and lightning, I think you have to, because we do have some things are becoming very convective now. It was more heavy soaking rain during the morning midday hours as that warm front's been pushing north, and we're going to get probably some warm sector convection this evening to about midnight, but down towards the Cape and Islands. It's probably going to last closer to 6 a.m. with a squall line training there overnight. Just tons of wind, and really the downpours has been doing the work to bring this down to the surface. There's a lot of action coming out of Connecticut and Rhode Island. I haven't seen any lightning in New England yet, but I definitely think we're going to get some thunder and lightning. Maybe a severe thunderstorm warning. I can't even roll out a tornado warning. They do have that 2% tornado probability. So far we haven't really seen it. It's mostly just been heavy downpours, but I do think things are going to become convective and scattered in nature. We have an elevated mixed layer, which is going to be advecting in overnight. So we're going to get a mid-level dry punch. Dew points are going to plunge in the mid-levels, and that might just get us a little bit of CAPE. Not a lot, but maybe 500 joules of CAPE overnight, which could be enough to get some stronger thunderstorms to form. One batch I'm watching is some warm sector convection, which will probably be tracking over most of central and southeast southern New England, especially Rhode Island, southeastern Mass during the evening and overnight. And then I'm also watching an actual squall line with a cold front back towards the Philadelphia, New Jersey, New York City area. That is probably going to be coming up into Connecticut and west central Mass. Does it hold together to eastern Mass? I'm not sure. It's always a close call with these things, but the dynamics are there certainly. It's incredible 90 knot, 850 millibar jet. Winds are at 100 miles per hour, a mile up. I can promise you that. And at times they are mixing to the surface. Not all of it, not 100 miles per hour, but definitely 46 mile per hour gusts. NWS Boston really underdid themselves with this forecast. This feels like a high wind warning stuff west of Boston. Just some of the legendary high wind events. This is on par with, I don't think the extraordinary ones like October 29, 2017, but just a tier below. January 31st, 2013, even November 1st, 2013. Just a few that this reminds me of. October 7, 2013, to some of these late fall, wintertime high wind events. Certainly one that we're going to remember for a while, especially if we get convective elements. That's something that we don't always get with these high wind events, but just kind of puts us in very territory in New England. The only real high wind event I can think of that really had severe convection would be February 24th, 25th of 2016. Definitely has reminiscence of that, of temperatures surging into the 60s overnight, warm sector convection, a squall line, former tornadic supercells pushing into the area, probably holding together with such strong dynamics in place. This event definitely has given me those vibes of February 25th of 2016, which is probably the greatest winter severe thunderstorm event I've ever seen. Temperatures for that were in the mid 60s overnight. Will we see a severe thunderstorm watch issued here? I think there's a chance, but not a slam dunk. Same goes for warnings. The squall line will be pushing towards Nantucket, towards daybreak, so I really think Nantucket and the Outer Cape is going to get slammed with the heaviest rainfall. They're going to have a training situation over, it's going to be a night of thunderstorms there. It's pretty incredible. But even here, it's going to be pretty significant. Now the rain is starting to pick up, and I did not want to happen because the rain does blow the window into the wind does blow the rain into the house. If I can talk. I don't think this does it justice of the wind, but this is one of the more extraordinary events. It's just pretty chaotic. It's going to be interesting to watch. I think in the 8 p.m. to maybe midnight, 1 a.m. time frame, there's going to be some heavier thunderstorms pushing across southern New England, and I'll have to see if we get severe thunderstorm warnings out of these, but I really don't know why we won't. We have the dynamics in place to get a heavy downpour. It gets severe. I can feel the pressure from this. The doors are like closing and opening in the house. Like there's really low pressure. It's a crazy cyclone over Pennsylvania, New York, blizzard in Ohio, Indiana, even snow down Georgia, North Carolina. It's such a dynamic system. We are warmer and more humid today, tonight, than parts of northern, even central Florida. So it's really just a negatively tilted cold front, I think is the best phrase. And as much as the East Coast is getting rocked, I think Boston has been a jackpot in a lot of ways. Just for such strong wind and rain as we're seeing now, even the severe potential overnight. There's certainly been some wind damage, and we're probably going to see more of that. Our neighborhood, I think, is on a generator. Power went out at 3. We were one of the first to lose power, and we're now on lights. I don't know if we're going to keep power. I hope we do. But I'm just concerned for thunderstorms tonight. They're going to tap into this. You're seeing the rain's picking up and so are the winds. It mixes it down to the surface. And if we get the really heavy stuff that come in over Connecticut, I think there's going to be even more wind damage. But it'll be more spotty, but I think there'll be more intensive wind damage if we get thunderstorms overnight, which looks a good bet. Temperatures will be at 60 plus through the night in the first half of tomorrow. Maybe some cold pool convective stuff again tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. I don't really see proxy for severe weather at that, but it is just a mess outside right now. And it's just a long duration event. Winds picked up midday, and they're going to keep going through the night, even into the morning hours. I think winds are going to be dropping back. This is about as bad as it's going to get. Just for widespread gusts, we should be beginning to wind things down slowly through the evening hours. I think it's going to become more scattered in nature and convective based rather than what we're seeing now. Warm front is pushing through the region now. That's why it's gotten so warm. And we'll be in the warm sector for a few hours. It'll still be windy, but I think this is really the peak right now, with pretty widespread 45-55 west of I-95 and towards the coast. We're definitely being 60 plus in some spots. So one of the more extraordinary high wind events, which would be just complete if we had severe convection, which looks pretty good. I might go out to try to track it, we'll see. But this is about what I have, so yeah. Let's see what this last gust does. These are probably 40, I'd say 45. It was a little bit stronger earlier, but not by much. It calmed down for half an hour, now it's picking up because the rain's picking up. That's how it works. But yeah, February 24th, 2016. This is really giving me vibes of just howling wind with a warm front busting through. Probably some severe convection on the cold front. It really reminds me of that. Yeah, November 30. We're going to remember this day for a while. This is a day we're going to remember, I think. It's unbelievable for the last day of November. It's just about as humid and thundery as it can get.